Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. We are playing Starminer, and yeah, we're gonna kick off the campaign after having done the tutorial. So there's a bunch of perks you can select, but we're just gonna go with the preset miner because we are playing Starminer, you know. So yeah, we're gonna we're in the Frontier Zone Gamma. And we're going to be working for the Reclamation 9 Mining Company. Alright. So this is a pretty sandboxy game. You know, the campaign kind of, as I understand it, leads you through sort of, you know, checkpoints, milestones, missions. But yeah, like there's a little bit of kind of character and dialogue at the beginning, and then it kind of falls off. For some reason, RTX and DLS defaults off every time. Okay, so we're going to do a systems check because otherwise the mission never vanishes. Another little early access problem. Okay, so we're going to turn on the power grid. And then we have the orientation tool that just shows us, so these red arrows here is the direction we're pointing. The white arrow is the top of the ship. Very helpful because we're going to constantly be misoriented. And then linear dampeners, rotational dampeners, space is like the brakes for the ship. Just going to do all the boosters to get rid of this guy's request. Scanners for scanning our asteroids and debris. And weapons. Weapons online. So the only weapon we have on this little ship is this one little laser right here. Alright, so we're going to go kill a drone. We have to find him. Over here, see? So, I'm gonna thrust up here. We'll rotate around and head on over to him. We won't need autopilot for that. And then, so we need to, so you need to be oriented, right? You need to keep him above since the laser is above us, or pointing upwards. Boom. Yeah, we have $7. 7 space bucks. Alright. So, alright, we're done. Okay. So we're gonna go check out some junk. So it's, you know, it's kind of interesting, but like the opening missions here really are like kind of their own tutorial. I mean, it makes sense, but it is funny because it's kind of like the tutorial sort of does the same thing. It just sort of puts it all in one space for you. So thrusting forward and turning off linear dampeners. So now we just drift without, so we're going 60 meters a second here. I think we're headed to the right place. Yeah, so you see when you actually click the mission, it flashes this up. Speed us up a little more. And then we'll put our dampeners back on to slow us down. Alright, some security drones to get rid of. Yeah, their weapons are disabled, so no risk, just need to get rid of them, clear them out. So we're just going to basically keep orienting ourselves towards everything. Oh, apparently there's one above us. Gotcha. And there's one more over here. Do a little lateral thrust, probably? I don't know. Out of range? Come on. Or too high? Yeah, see, it's like crazy. What's your problem? Go. Alright, so that should do it. Get rid of our drones. Okay, and now we're going to use our scanner to scan this like junk pile over here.
Scanners
Turn the scanner
online.
on. And actually, wow, we're just literally lined up to scan the whole thing. I think. All in one go. No. It's like probably some piece on the back end there. There you go. Yeah. So now it's scanning. So yeah, like, you know, like everything has a range and an arc you need to be in.
Scanners offline.
All right. So an honest-to-God hangar ship looming out there in the distance, constructed by the Cadmium Blue Tech. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a sort of not quite the primary mission, but and actually yeah, it's showing it. It's right there. And we can actually zoom in on it here. But so this big old kind of a mothership, and actually you can see there's a little Millennium Falcon down there. That's going to be another ship we're going to be able to take control of. Now, this ship is going to let us jump around the galaxy, essentially. And it also will carry the smaller ships in it. But that's getting ahead of ourselves. We still need to kind of just do all the system check things. Now, this sometimes happens is that once we're zoomed in on this, and I go back to my rig. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sometimes the zoom kind of gets stuck. Okay, but so it wants us to mine everything. So our mining guns are on the bottom of our ship. And actually, yeah, okay, well, we'll turn those on.
Online.
So we have 2 mining guns on this ship. There we go. Now, there is a ship here that is, this is a couple of like secondary missions here for sure. So this thing, the rig part. So this is just kind of hanging out in space, and it's basically really showing that in the game, you know, everything's modular. So while this ship can be controlled on its own, ship, quote unquote, we can also hook it up to our other one and basically add on. And so, you know, in this case, this piece here has some extra solar panels, has another battery, and it has another mining laser on it. So really, that would be ideal to go hook up to. So we could interrupt what we're doing here and mine this faster. Although there's not too much here, so I think we might finish this up and then we'll go fetch it. And then, in case you didn't see the tutorial there, so we've also got our hangar bays our haulers are activated. She said some of our construction engineers, some of our weapons.
Offline.
Yeah. So the haulers, they come out of these hangar bays here, and they pick up the little chunks of debris that we are mining. And now, because this stuff is actually this is actually like kind of ship debris and not like a raw asteroid, we're getting the actual parts. So we're getting actual iron, silicates, and eonite, which is kind of the rarest material in this game. And that's the pink pieces of debris will give us that. So we don't have to refine it. But if we were mining the asteroid, we would need a refinery, which, coincidentally, so another thing we've got going on here is that this is the refinery ship. It's just really essentially, it's called the refinery. The game's called it the refinery station. It has these 2 kind of the core nodes, the Hulk nodes, and the scaffolding. And then it's got 2 refineries on it. So these are both refinery Mark IIs. We don't have the research to make these, so it's really valuable to get them, you know, at this point. And then it's also got, I think, that's storage. So that's a battery, and that's metal storage. They look oddly the same for, like, given that this is a barrel of storage and this is a battery, but yeah, you know, from a design perspective, I'd probably make them look a little different. But yeah, so we're going to want that refinery for sure, but then also there are a bunch of other pieces around. So here we have a massive, like essentially it's a whole bunch of storage. This is actual bunch of parts storage, water storage, etc. All right, so he's telling us, yeah, so don't leave anything behind because they didn't even empty out the eonite injectors, which are very valuable. But now he's saying go transfer some iron to the base, Reclamation 9. So they want 20 iron. How much have we picked up? We've picked up 30. And it looks like we are a little bit overheating as well. So I'm gonna, so let's turn off our mining and haulers. let's head back to the refinery. Sorry, to reclamation. And one way to do this, we can rotate to, just makes it easier. And then so although the right way up, yeah, okay. And linear dampeners off, full speed ahead. Let's approach at 100 meters a second here. Make sure nothing's in our way. So once we've given it, because we've only got 30 iron, we're going to deposit this 20, and I think they'll either give us some more or see. But I just don't want to connect up to that other rig part just yet because, I believe we'll have a overheating issue. Okay, so our cargo bay's at the bottom here. Doesn't really matter. I mean, they'll ship out, but you see that when we eject pieces, it will come out this bay, and there's a bay right there. So we're going to go ahead and trade with the station and sell our iron. So it wants 20 iron. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I believe they're going to want our Eonite as well, but we'll let it finish off and do its thing. So there goes those capsules. And yeah, we can't take control of these until we actually get near it. Oh, there is something here we can... Oh, we can possess this. I guess we're in... So let's go ahead and do that. So this is that second part I was talking about. So unmanned vessel detected. Proceed if you accept the responsibility, of course. I will. Alright, and then he wants the Eonite. So they want 20 tons of Eonite as well. So let's trade that as well. So sell Eonite 20. And we get a bunch of money for that, 3,600. And let's go back to our other part here. And so, so this is, essentially this Hulk node that you can, just build out your ships with, always comes with these thrusters on it. And as long as we've got power coming in and a battery, like this whole thing can like self-power. But notice it has very limited heating, or dispersal of heat. So it kind of overheats a lot, which means that everything sort of powers down. Alright, so the Eonite make a nice bonus. Remember, if you're short on credits, you can always sell metal. Computer says we can't handle that hangar ship just yet. Apparently some critical systems on Reclamation 9 are behind on maintenance. So yeah, he wants us to repair some of this space station. Repair the T2 factory. We need a bunch of silicates to do that. So yeah, we are going to have to mine soon. But so that's why I want to go ahead and connect these up. But yeah, so we do have some silicates. We are short on iron. Yeah, like my concern is, since you could see that thing was overheating, I want to be able to build a radiator. So how much does that cost? So we're just going to pretend we're going to build on here. So a T1 thermal radiator, 10 iron, 10 silicate. So we've got just enough to do it. So I think I will connect that up then. And so where to connect it? I think we'll have this cargo bay. That'll be, I think it makes the most sense to make a kind of, long ship. And yeah, see, it keeps saying offline because actually we have to turn our mining off. Not that it's eating any power if we don't. Yeah, it gets very hard. Like once this starts flashing, the thrusters sort of go off. So it'd really be easier to actually use this ship to join us up. So yeah, I want to kind of connect. Gets very okay. This is where that navigation. So the front of the ship is there. All right, and then so do that. Oi, oi, oi. Yep. He's going to reverse into it. If I can figure this out. Oh gosh. Okay, this is the laser. That's on the top of the ship. Okay, there's the top. And then rotate you down that way. And that way. And now back on in. And then we just want to get this orientation good. So let's bring that in a bit more. Back in a bit more. There we go. And is this oriented? It's a bit weird. So I want the mining laser to be on the bottom. So it's, you know, matching up with this one. So yeah. So what you can do is actually, if you have both of these on, you can see they're both kind of, yeah, see how this red arrow is going. So if we rotate you around, now they're actually matching up. And then we can join them together here. There we go. And then I'm going to do it from this one. So I'll keep that as like the primary. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to merge them.
Construction offline.
Nice. Alright. So, and then, yeah, our navigation's still correct. And then let's go ahead and build a radiator. Just need to pick a spot. So these are our kind of solar panel fins. I'm just going to have it maybe popping off in the back here. So thermal radiator. Because we have these dumpers, like this dumper here. See how it's pumping out? So it's sort of like when there's a burst of heat, it gets rid of it. But the radiator, like, is more kind of continual. Oh, and so we have to let our engineers out to go. We have one engineer. So he's going to bring the materials out. 10 iron and 10 silica. I'm not sure if you can carry both. Yep, you can. So you should be able to build this in one go.
Construction completed.
Nice. See, and then this comes out and stays out. And we should see that we don't have to keep pumping those dumpers. Alright.
Constructors
Go back
offline.
home. Now, an interesting thing, and this is kind of goofy, but so right here, this station, right here, you see this, I'm clicking on the construction tower. So this, all of these materials right here, I think we get them, like, basically if we have something we need, we can go, like, I'm going to go head over to that little build area, and I believe we just get the materials for free. A little strange, and I'm not sure what the intent is. Now, you know, that doesn't make the game completely, you know, like, easy, because, you know, once we leave this system, this station won't be there for us. And, you know, we still need to do research to actually be able to build a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to need. But it does mean we kind of don't have to worry as much about getting the resources ourselves. So, see, I put myself in this kind of range here. So, for instance, we have a third mining laser now. So, I want to get a third hauler. In fact, even potentially a fourth hauler. And so, is there room on this thing? I don't think so. There's probably room on here, yeah. So, I'm going to add a hangar bay. And let's just go ahead and add a second one. Okay, and now if I spin around, because I'm not sort of in... Oh, no, but you can even see there's some construction engineers coming out. But if I actually span around and got in range of the towers... Yep, there they go. Right, and so if I click on this tower here... I mean, it used... I mean, you can see these silicates kind of keep regenerating. So, yeah, I'm not paying for that, from what I can tell. So I'm just kind of getting the free materials. Now, I think to actually... however, to actually man the bays, like this small hangar bay, I want to build a hauler in it. That's going to cost me, and I don't have the 5 iron. So I do still have to go get that myself. But yeah. you know, that's building the little ships inside the bay. I mean, I think that's right. If I do build hauler, yes, it's missing the resource, which is fine. And then can somebody build this one as well? Anyone? There it goes. So what else do we need while we're here then? So we'll have a couple more bays. I think I would like more storage. So right now we can hold 800 tons, but
Construction completed.
that's going to fill up really quick. So again, finding any little slot we can find. There are not many. Maybe on the back. Doesn't really matter where the storage is my understanding. So yeah, let's just throw one right there. So metal storage. It can also help to get, oh look at that, all the lasers going for that one. A parts storage could be good if we want to take down a component. By having parts storage, you can kind of hold on to the component and rebuild it somewhere else on your own ship. So that is kind of handy. So I might do that. I think I will. So let's do a... Oh, we don't actually have that. That's something we don't have yet. Okay. So I think we're okay then. Yeah. Alright, so let's back this out. I do want to get some iron for... And so there was regular debris around. Like, there's some debris down there. I'm going to go mine that. Oh, and actually there's a whole bunch down here. So I'm going to go grab this. You know, we still don't have that refinery. I guess actually what we could do... You know what? I'm going to go take control of the storage refinery. And because then while this is mining, I can actually... Refinery storage. Because when I do that... Refinery storage, looks like it's right there. Okay. So I'm going to head through all this. And actually look, there's a bunch of like just loose iron over here. Well, we can hang out and grab too. Yeah. So because then I can run this rig around and do that while this is like picking up a bunch of materials for us. So we're just gonna basically head on over to this. Cruising. Cruising down. Nice. Nice and easy coming in here. You can see it's surrounded by a bunch of asteroids. We kind of want to get out of this field. But once this gets into range... There we go. So now it's possessable. I'm just going to hit this question. So it sees, so refinery station is a rendezvous point for refinery storage, habitat, and energy modules scattered throughout the sector. Find all three parts, navigate into the station, and merge all stations into one. So let's go ahead and possess this. And I'm just going to go collect all things. So now I'm going to send him back to the main space station here.
Autopilot online.
I'm going to try that autopilot. It is really finicky. I don't know what sort of makes it decide to not actually, like, it almost always rotates to the right orientation, but it doesn't always actually kick off. So yeah. But, so I'll let it do its thing, and then we're going to grab him. What I want to do is, let's go seek out... Let's seek out each of the little pieces first. Because it looks like we're 1.6 kilometers from the energy module, which is over this way, right there. So I'm gonna navigate us out of this whole patch of asteroids and head us this way. And what's cool about this ship is if you hit 1, it has like a kind of rear booster here to get us moving quicker since it's such a large vessel. And then even 3 and 2 like kind of rotator vessels, or rotator thrusters, right? So if I wanted to, so if I hit 2, it's a way to kind of rotate us quicker. Alright, and then let's get us closer here. And so yeah, so here is the energy module, and so basically it's just a couple of batteries with 3 solar panels on them. So we'll take a person that, and we'll hook this in somewhere. And actually, I'd rather remod this, and this is where something like having a parts factory would let us do that. But so, um, let's go back to our rig. So you have to kind of yeah. So he didn't head there. Let's try one more time. Fly to.
Autopilot offline.
Yeah, offline. So I don't know why. It might be because there's sort of debris nearby. But so let's just have him go at about 70 meters a second. I think he's heading the right way. Yeah, okay. You just have to remember. So, let's get that question mark so it doesn't flash all the time. Ooh, there we go. Just says the same thing. You see the power's offline again because it's overheating. How are you doing? Two kilometers away. So yeah, I want to set him up to go get all this debris, I think. Is that the closest one? Pile? Yeah. Let's go get him in position. And then while he's mining, we'll go back to the refinery and hook all the pieces together. So come on down here. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here too. Oh, no.
Warning.
Yep.
Hull breach detected.
Uh-huh. So what did we end up doing to ourselves there? We did... No, we damaged something. 7 silicates worth of damage. That's not too bad. I have done far worse. Okay, so let's turn those mining lasers on. There we go. They can get going. Let's try to get them all in range. And let's turn the haulers on now.
Online.
And they can get going. Because there's also, yeah, like hopefully they'll even grab a lot of this floating. Yeah, see, he's even heading for things that haven't even been mined. They're just floating. Okay, so I think that's fine. We can leave that for a bit. Okay, so we need to get you down here. So I think the front of this ship is the actual, like that's the front, the way it's currently. So that'll just get us. So maybe we'll reverse in. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on top of the ship here. That's the plan anyway. Alright. Like that. And then head that way. Oh, it's so weird when you're that way and down. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, maybe we'll have the batteries like kind of flush with the other panels. Ooh. That, and then bring it on in. There we go. All right, that's right, and then we'll dock from there. There we go. That's good. It's just got a kind of tower, but like I said, what my intent is, I'm gonna actually like I'm gonna destruct these and then put them on the end here instead. But yeah, okay, so let's merge. Cool. And how's our rig doing? Yep, still mining away. All is still bringing in. Cool. Oh, and see, now we've got the irons, so I think one of our haulers would have got built. So we should have 3 haulers out there now. And how many haulers do we have? So hangar bays. Yeah, so we have 5 hangars now. So we've got, that's the constructor, hauler, and okay, so let's go ahead and build another hauler. And so now I have 4 haulers out there, collecting. And I'm just gonna, oh, look how close that is. Let's not ram that again. Alright, and let's rotate that around a bit. That, there we go. Back laser would be nice if that was doing anything. Not in range. Come on. Yeah, most of this game is getting things aligned so that everything's working. Oh, did I put the laser on wrong? Where is the laser? Oh, I think I broke it. I think I broke the darn thing. There was definitely a laser on the back here. Okay. Okay, so actually if I turn on my extraction engineers, he'll come out and do some repairs. But then also, which is a mining laser? Yeah, because I want that mining laser back. Mining lasers 10 and 15. We have it. Let's do it. Yeah, see, he's repairing. See, we damaged this array node, and I think we knocked the mining laser off of it. It's funny. Okay. Alright, well, they'll keep going. Okay, back to our big old module here. And we didn't mess up the navigation, no. Okay, so now we want to head to the habitat module. So that is, well actually the habitat module, yeah, it's 2 kilometers away. So we'll head for that one. There it is. Yeah, we'll just let's do an auto rotate to that. And still going, we've hauled in a bunch. This is good. So we have to repair the what do we have to repair? This thing, the manufacturing.
Construction completed.
So it needs 60 silica. Good to know. We've got 298, so we actually got plenty. That's fine. We'll let it finish up over here. Okay, so are you facing the habitat? I think you are. What if I do fly to? Will you get there?
Autopilot offline.
Autopilot offline, yeah. For some reason does not want to. Alright, let's boost you over there then. This thing slows down quite nicely actually, oddly. I think it gets much harder when the mass comes up because, see, we could be holding, you know, 12,000 tons of metals. Oh, why not stop on a dime that much? Wow, yeah, we really boosted over here. Okay, so, yeah, he's still going. Yeah, let's get this hooked in. So here, we're going to bring in some colonists, which of course means we're going to have to feed them more water, but that's fine. So we'll take possession of our habitat module here, which has its own set of solar panels too. Let's go ahead and just activate that question mark up here. Come on. Okay, it's just the same message each time. So, where are you going to go? And where's the front? Okay, the front is... So the module is on the back. Yeah, what are we thinking? So I've just gone into free look mode here. You know, we can put this out in front, I suppose. Kind of like the idea of it also. I mean, it's awkward no matter how you swing it, really. So, and you know, you want to be able to expand on, and we do have the refineries themselves coming on as well. The annoying thing is that detaching it once it's on is actually quite a pain. So that's why I'm sort of like hesitant. I'm not sure if I can actually get away with this. But I was thinking, oh, the camera angle's being very annoying. I was wondering, can we get away with kind of hooking it in at the very top here? Also, I'm not sure if that's gonna, you know, I have no idea if there's a modeled impact to the solar panels. Yeah, it's funny how rolled we are, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna get in the way of solar. Hopefully not. Okay, so what I want to do, yeah, so come on. Kind of funny. Just hot reflective solar panels right into that, but kind of like it. Yeah. Okay, so let's try merge. All right. Cool. Kind of like the what that did. Well, like I said, we're gonna pull these down anyway, so yeah. Okay, so this one, now the final thing we want to head to is just the actual refinery. Can figure out where it is. I think it's this one. Let's let computer rotate me to it. All right, this rig should be done, yeah. And looks like it's collected a lot of material, yeah. So you see there's no material flashing around anymore. So why don't we
Mining hull
shut off all the
constructors
systems and then let's
offline.
go repair this thing. Guess we could grab that, but I can't be bothered. All right, let's go try to fix this thing. Spin around. Although it doesn't really matter. It's basically, so we've only got one little engineering bot right now. Or do we have a tower? Yeah, we have a construction tower. Okay, so now if I
Construction
turn on
online.
bill repair mode, there we go. So he'll just do the repairs through the tower. And yeah, that won't take long at all. Meanwhile, are you pointing in the right direction? I think you are. Can we fly you there?
Autopilot offline.
Offline, huh? Don't know why, but we are. Alright, so now they want us to fix the nuclear reactor on the station as well. Alright, dampeners off. Boost us up. Alright. Yeah, we'll get there very quickly. Quickly enough that I do not want to leave this and just ram the piece. So yeah, we might go mine all these asteroids soon. I think there's a mission that comes up that will have us mining asteroids anyway. Alright. So yeah, let's just slow it down. And we're going to accept this mission to, yeah, merge in. So here's our actual refinery. Now this has no energy of its own, so it's got 6,500 megawatts of juice in it, and if I use it up, it's done. So the only real way to then, I'd have to actually hook it up with this one. So I think this one I'm going to have sticking out the front here off this scaffold, and we'll have the refinery kind of, at the very front of the ship. So let's orient you up like that. I think, oh, of course that is the front of the ship. That's fine. And then yeah, it's just gonna have to. So yeah, I'm actually heading backwards because technically this is the back as this is oriented. Bring you up. Almost out of juice, as you can see. So we really had very little to maneuver with. But that's fine. We should be able to. We'll use our main ship to actually get us there. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Alright, dock. Perfect. And merge. Nice. And then did that screw up orientation? It did. So yeah, this happens. So now notice that the front of the ship is actually where our, rear engine is. And the red arrows, so you can reorient it, is the good news. The top of the ship's still the same, I believe. So we can hit this button, navigation overlay, and then now I can use WSAD, and I'm gonna reorient us so that this is the front of the ship. Just want to make sure it's pointing. See, so now that's the front of the ship, and then if we click this again, boom. And so now we're oriented correctly. Now when I hit forward, we're actually going this way. So that's great. And now we have a basically, this is like the hauler from the tutorial, right? Because we have the whole deal. Now this ship has no construction engineers of its own. It also has no way of, it has no cargo doors, so it can't actually offload anything yet. So we're definitely gonna have to sort of modify this a bit. So what I want to do is we're going to bring it over to our construction vehicle. Let's have it come on over to, let's see if it will make it there on its own. I'm sure it won't. But in the meantime, our rig, yeah, we want to go ahead and get this. Yeah, so now it's starting to fix. Fixing that, that needs another 56 silica. We had it. So we'll see where the mission goes from here. Don't think he wanted to fly over. Alright, so you're a decent worker, you don't complain much, get the job done. So they've opened up the station's mission board, so we'll do some of the other missions. But don't do the missions yet, get a move on and scan the hangar ship. So that's that main, it's called the Pannonia. This big old ship, it wants us to come over and scan. But I think we're going to do some of the side missions first. And we're also going to fix up our refinery. So yeah, let's
Autopilot online.
Can you fly there without me hand holding? I know we've yet to see this work, but it really does. Believe me. Come on.
Autopilot offline.
Alright, I lied. It doesn't. Okay. So let's have you go a little slower. You can go at about 63. Okay. So in the meantime, let's check out the bulletin board. So yeah, because they so we're gonna get a bunch of XP for, let's deliver 100 ton of silica and also 120 of iron. And then they also want us to scan a separate asteroid area, so we're going to do that as well. These are already activated. We'll talk about them in a sec. Okay, and then, so we've got the silica for sure. The iron we're a little shy on. So let's go, oh no. Oh no.
Warning, hull breach detected.
Oh no. Yeah, so this happens a lot. And while that's a huge amount of fun to watch, yeah. Thank God there is very frequent auto-saving in this. I think I'm gonna... yeah, hopefully that's not too late. That screenshot suggests it's before. One hopes. Oh no, is it? Oh god. Yeah, it's on its way. Oh, it was actually like accelerating. Okay, there we go. Whoa. Whoa, oh, that's funny. So the reload. So that was really funny. All the dust caused from that explosion was still there when I reloaded. So interesting how it sort of brings back in. But I think we're okay. I think. But this is really a reason to also manual save, because even if the all right, we'll park around there. Did I pick up all the missions? No. So it was before I picked up all the missions. Okay, so let's deliver the silicates. Trade. Sell the silicates. Sell 100. And then we'll... we need to go basically collect some more iron. Looks like there's still a little bit of iron over here. We have a refinery now. So we could just like go find a really fat asteroid and mine that. Kind of have a bunch of options. I like the idea of getting this XP because it levels us up, which could help for other things. So maybe, yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's head on over to... Oh, that asteroid's further away than it looks, I think. That's fine. So I'm going to head on over to...
Construction offline.
Whoop. Come on. Head over to this asteroid here. And we'll scan it, and we're looking for iron. Hopefully... Most of the M types have iron.
Scanners online.
There it goes. Now this one, yeah, this one takes longer to slow down for sure. So it's scanning, and there we go. We got our XP. So once this is scanned, hopefully we'll find some iron, and that'll easily finish that mission. Although we're gonna have to refine it, but that's fine. We'll set up this whole thing. Yeah. So there's some iron. So what I'm gonna do is you want to come on over to this side of the asteroid. And I think we'll just roll around for that. Turn on our lasers.
Online.
There they go. And then we actually want to tell them mine the iron. And so there's, wow, 210 iron ore. And I believe, like, I think that's, you times that by 10. I think I might be wrong. I can't remember. It's like, see, one comes off, but I believe that becomes 10 actual iron. Like one raw chunk does so. Oh, let's get our haulers going.
Online.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do, let's bring the refinery over. Doesn't really have to go very far. And actually what I'm also going to do, let's put the cargo, I want to put 2 cargo bays on the bottom here. On the bottom of the ship. Oh, don't hit the asteroids. Even though they're small. Yeah, this big old ship is a real... Wow, can I thread the needle? Something. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to raise it above. Well... Because, yeah, I want to put the cargo on the bottom, and if that makes sense. I don't think it makes much difference, but... So I want to build on top, but... Okay. So... Yeah, so basically what we're going to do is put 2 cargo bays on the bottom down here. There we go. They're only 5 and 5, they're nothing. There we go. Right. And then let's... turn on our construction engineers. They should head out and build those on the ship. Because I'm not really oriented for the laser to do it. And then, once those doors are in, so basically, see, here's what I want to do, is I'm going to set up some automatic... So what I want to do, or like, let's say I did a trade, just a manual trade. So right now it says, oh, well, 2 cargo bays, so actually it got built. But I was going to say, it's funny, it says there's 2 cargo bays even before they're built, but because one of them just got built, the other one is pending. But so once that construction engineer gets out there, I don't want to do anything. Actually, it's an interesting I don't want to trigger a bug if there is one, but like, supposedly it's claiming trade pauses, but it's claiming there's two cargo bays on the refinery, but there isn't. So I don't know what happens if I actually initiate the trade. So I'd rather let this fella, build the cargo bay. So he'll build that one, and then, so what we're going to do is
Construction
we're going to
completed.
set up an automatic trade here, and basically we're going to say from the rig to the refinery, every time we have, we're going to send 5 iron chunks every time the rig has more than 4 of them. So that sort of, and then we just repeat. And you see trade in progress because we've already got enough silicon chunks to get that going. And then we're going to do the same thing with, or not silicon, but we're going to do the same. We did that with iron. Now we'll do it with the silica. So same deal. When the rig has 4, send 5. Repeat. All right, close that out. And so you see here, it's we should start ejecting. Yeah, so you can see them traveling. Oh, they've already. Yeah. See, there's all our silicate or our iron chunks heading in to our refinery. Okay, and now what we're going to do is on our refinery here, we're just going to set everything to produce. It only like activates when there's something there, but you can see the iron is getting output. And then we've got a second refinery. We're going to do the same thing. All right. And that's it. And we sort of essentially have an automated system here, is that while this keeps mining, it's just going to keep on generating more iron for us. And I think once it's done with the iron, but as you can see, like, yeah, 1 iron chunk becomes 13 iron. I think that's because we have the perk upgrade, because I think it's supposed to be 1 for 10, because it's kind of weird that like 1 chunk is 10 tons, becomes 13 tons of actual iron. Doesn't seem possible. We just leveled up, so let's see, more energy storage, that's nice. Better mining speed is really nice, and research speed is nice too. Well, we haven't got our research yet, so I'm going to go with mining and hope we get research later. But then also tech unlocks, so we got Commander we'll talk about, and then T2 energy, T2 hangar, the nuclear reactor and solar panel, and thrusters. Okay, and I think we got them. Like, so I'm going to do accept and check out, do we have the T2 solar panel? So if I go to research, solar, T2 solar panel. No. Prerequisite not researched requires, oh, so you still have to pay for it, but like here you need to be a certain rank to even be able to pay for it. So that's what it did. Okay. So yeah, that's a good setup. What does that leave us with? Well, the problem is, of course, we've got our mining ship going. I like that it's getting a bunch of materials, but, we essentially need a another vessel to go and do the other mission. Now, what's interesting is, I believe this mission here will unlock this little commander vessel here, which is, actually, if you look at the let's see if I can get it to stay up. There we go. Like a self-sufficient build platform with integrated thrusters, reactor, construction arms, T1 refinery. It even has a refinery on it, and 2 hangar bays, which could have haulers or construction vehicles. So, and it can jump between sectors without having to use jump fuel. So this is basically a scout vessel, but you can add little bits to it. So that could be useful to go finish the side scan mission. Yeah. Oh, and also, of course, well, actually, yeah. So we were mining so that we could get some more iron. I think we've got plenty of that now. Got 70 in our ship. But then on the refinery now I have 208. Am I in range of... I don't think I'm in... No, I'm not in range of this. So yeah, we'd have to pause the mining, which is fine. Well, we'll leave the ship to keep mining. Let's... Okay, get that last chunk. Problem is, see, if I move this out of there, I don't know what happens to these chunks that we're sending off. But what I want to do, I want to just get us into range of here and send the iron so we can finish that mission at 120 iron. There we go. So we're in range now. So trade, and let's sell 120 iron. 120. Confirm. There we go. Okay. So, and then it looks like the chunks do head out. Now I don't know. Don't know if they'll keep heading out. Like we might have gone out of range of the rig, but it'll just keep mining and holding onto the chunks until we bring the refinery back. Now what I would like to do as well, it's kind of interesting, while we're here, I'd like to build, what did I say? I was going to build a parts storage so that we can disassemble these and put them a little, I don't know, I like the idea of putting them on the sides. Let's see if because it's I'm kind of neatly, all these chunks are trying to get in the cargo bay as I turn. There they go. Like, if I can just get into the range of the tower over here. There we go. So we've got our mission there. Like, that might be in range. We'll see. And where are we going to put our parts factory? Do we have anything on here? We do. So let's put just a little parts. Oh no, we still don't have that. Shoot. Okay. Whatever. So yeah, actually let's have a look at the research. The reason I don't want to actually start researching yet is because the missions give us some free tech, I believe. So you don't want to kind of spend on the tech. But yeah, here's the research lab. It only costs 2,000, but prerequisite not met. Not research. Yeah, we have to do this radar. But like I said, I am almost positive we'll get this tech from the missions. So I'm just going to go without parts for now. It's not that important. So I think what we're going to do is let's pause our mining.
Mining offline.
Let the haulers grab whatever chunks are still out there. And then we're going to send... Oh, geez, I've had the scanners running this whole time. It doesn't matter as long as we're not negative energy. And then we're going to have... I'm going to go head over to the Pannonia and get our commander vessel. Which will give us a little more things we can do. Let's turn off these in case they're out there somewhere, but the haulers, I want those to get done. So yeah, I think, as you can see, yeah, there's no more pieces floating around. It looks like we are shooting off more of this stuff. So that's the problem with the automation. Can I disable it without disabling the request? I bet I can't. If I hit this, I get the feeling I'm going to lose these and I have to reprogram them. It's not the worst thing, but it is a bit of a pain in the neck. Okay, well before they send another 5 out, because they're waiting, let's head out and see if we can get out of range. Yeah, it's a... Alright, here we go. Come on. See, so it's saying these 5 are in transit, which we saw them pop out. So I think if we get out of range, it won't send another 5 out. Say that, see, it's fulfilling there. Those are hitting the refinery. Yeah, see, I don't think... Well, we don't have any silica. We'll see what happens to the iron chunks while we're out of range. Yeah, see, it's gone. So I think, like... Oh, maybe not. Did I just see? Yeah, they're still launching them. I mean, it's launching something. Oh, I don't like that. Those just, like, getting flung out into space. Are they actually heading to where they need to go? I think they are. But the logistics... Yeah, I mean, there they go. Making its long journey over there. Alright, whatever. Let's at least get this mission. At some point... Oh, we need to
Scanners
scan this.
online.
Yeah, there we go.
Scanners offline.
Alright, so energy spike detected, exiting hibernation mode, power backup. Reactor offline, engines offline, sensors online, offline. Oh no, sensors are online, communications online. So, yeah. Greetings, human. My designation is Perun class hangar ship Pannonia 2. I was created at the height of the corporate wars. My final data entry is being decommissioned. Cadmium Blue Global collapsed, liquidating its assets. I'm in poor condition, many vital components are missing. But since they no longer exist, should you repair me, my allegiance protocols will recognize you as my rightful captain. Do you accept? I do. So you'll find hangar ship captains garner more respect than dock workers. On that note, I am blocking communications from your ill-tempered supervisor, so we just resigned. Cool. My automated systems can perform the necessary repairs if provided materials, so it needs some materials. It needs 500 silicates. So yeah, I mean, we need to basically go back to... Now, did we get a hold of the commander, though? Commander. Oh, no, we don't get it until we... deposit 500 silicate. Alright. And what does the refinery kind of has? 221. Our rig has 212. So we're shy. So I really ideally got to head all the way back and mine. Wow, there's a massive asteroid there. And just mine some more silica essentially. Yeah. So a bit of a waste of time. I'm gonna pause and come back. Oh, there's a whole bunch of debris over here. Now that, unfortunately, though, will probably be. It won't. You actually don't get as much from that as you would think because, you know, it's going to be some other. It will be some valuable stuff. It'll probably be some thorium as well, like some fuel, or maybe even eonites. But let's stick to the mining. And just focus down. Like there's still a ton of silica over here. 320, and I mean all these asteroids. So yeah, we'll just finish mining off this asteroid here, I think. I mean, yeah, passing. As you can see, there's no shortage of resources in this sector at all. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. I had to like pump the thrusters down. Yeah, I am very, as you can see, impatient about my distance. Alright, let's get the mining going again. Come on. There we go. Alright, get the haulers going. Oh, they're already going. And I mean, now we're back in range. Yeah, it says the iron trait. See, I think there's still iron. I honestly don't know. Let's back this back to... Let's get it closer, since it's going to be delivering from over there. Ah, seen in the logistics. Kicking off again. So yeah, so now it's sending some silica over. Supposedly there's some iron getting delivered. My guess is it's making the long journey. I'm actually curious, like, see when I double click on this, I don't know, I mean, is that the speed it's going? I think that's the speed of my refinery ship. So I don't know how fast these little packages get shipped. But no iron's gonna make it until, like, where's the, somewhere between here and the big, Pannonia, like, somewhere between the Pannonia and that rig, I think there's 5 little packages of iron chunks being shipped. I guess you could close this, I guess that cancels it and they just sort of start floating in the air. I mean, I'll let them keep going for now. Although, yeah, you see, I think, that it's delaying sending any more iron chunks out. So I've got like 19 of them. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens if I close this. So now, will it ship another? Unless that might have got rid of the automation. Yeah, it did. Broke the request. Whatever. Okay. Rig to refinery. Iron chunk. Oh, ooh, chunks. Well, look at that. So request resource of all chunks. Send 5 of them. If rig has more, 4. Now, well, that's easier. So let's cancel the silicate then, I guess. Alright, that makes so much more sense than having to manually do each one. And yeah, and there goes a bunch of stuff. Okay, cool. Looks like there's only iron left in this thing, but we really need a lot of silicates now. We need 500 silicates. So actually, let's turn mining off. And let's go ahead to another asteroid. I mean, we could, I guess, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, there's this whole area that wants to be, it's a mission. And I'm leaving these iron chunks behind. Does seem wasteful. Come on, haulers. Grab the remaining chunks. There's 3 chunks in the wild here, it looks like. At that last one. It is funny because essentially what happens is these haulers grab the chunk, shove it in my bay, and then it gets packaged into a little self-thrusting, like a self-propelled package and sent over to the refinery ship. It's just funny. It'd be cool if the haulers could just attach the thrusting mechanism. So you don't have to like bring them back to the ship just to then eject them back out of the ship, you know. But that's fine. Okay, let's get this going. Oh, look at that. They just keep pumping out because of that automation. That's fine. Those will head over to the refinery. Alright. And
scanners online.
This going. Unfortunately, these asteroids are not. Don't look at that. Oh, there's a thorium asteroid. There's a cobalt one. So I don't know how much silica I'm getting because there's a lot of kind of combined. That's 90 silica. That's pretty good. There's a lot of iron. Just gonna finish the scan for the mission. Come on. In range of this one. There it goes. It's a tiny little asteroid, and then there's one over here too.
Haulers offline.
Just need to get in range of this one. There it goes. Okay, so that did that mission. That got us some money and
Scanners
XP.
offline.
Let's bring the refinery over so it doesn't have to make those long trips. Oh, so you gotta be so careful. Like, look at me swinging my ass around. It's that big iron asteroid. Alright, come on. Oh, this is such a, like, space truck, this thing. Come on. Alright, what are we at? Oh, we're at an hour 11. So anyway, this is a good intro to the game, as you can see. I'll probably zoom ahead a bit, and you know, we'll just, once we get the more the missions kicked off and jumping around the sectors. So, you know, one thing to leave you with here is, you know, there is this, basically we have the Milky Way galaxy. We're currently in Sol, of course, the Sol system, and then, you know, we have 4 planets we can visit. We're at Earth, and so this is the you know, the orbit of Earth, and so right now we're at this, just the Great Spill, and it's sort of showing what resources are here. And you can actually do local jumps with soon we'll have that vessel that can just do local jumps to anywhere here for no cost. But then if we want to jump out of the system, or take any of our other vehicles with us, then, you know, we're going to have to, you have to basically spend jump fuel, and only certain vehicles can do that. So, yeah, so that's what's going to happen. Let's see, so yeah, so my mission right now is just to get a whole bunch of silica so that we can go repair the Pannonia. So let's get aligned with, a lot of silica. I don't know. This is fine. Okay, and then yeah, I think we'll be back
Mining
to
online.
do that. Let's put the haulers out as well.
Online.
There they go. Lovely. Okay. So that can, and then that'll get sent over to be refined. So I'll leave that running for a bit. Oh, we've got more XP as well. So yeah, reduce construction resource. I like that. Storage capacity is pretty good too. Reducing heat. I mean, they're all good. I think, God, we do so much building. I think I'm gonna go with that. And then what else do we unlock? Some more sort of ways to, you know, expand our ship. Now we can actually build the construction tower, or at least to unlock that research. The T4 solar panel, which is actually the main mission of the game. T4 solar array. Better mining laser, officer quarters. I've never even done the officer stuff. Alright, so a bunch of stuff just unlocked again. And yeah, so we'll let that keep going. Cool, so hopefully that's a good intro to the game if you've been on the fence about it. It's very cool. I do think, like I mentioned, you know, it's definitely very early days in early access. Like, it's polished in the core system. Like, the core system feels great. But I don't think there's much of a fleshed out, like, you know, in the campaign. Like, you're going to see there isn't a lot to do. There are some enemies to fight. Oh, ice asteroid. I want to not forget that. There's not many of those around, I have found. So, yeah, but hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.